you're stealing. You cannot have these things. Get out of my purse. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. You guys, I'm saved. I'm saved. Listen, I'm doing everything that I can to protect the hair underneath here because good gravy. I was not expecting to have to be in this situation this long, as many of you, I'm sure, were not. It is my birthday month, and I'm feeling like I'm just gonna do what I always do. I mean, I'm gonna be 40 this year, and I thought, you know, why don't I just do what I do best, which is reach against the dying light. Anyhow, let's get back to being normal. No, just kidding. I'm in such a good mood, and like the theater nerd in me is just like, hi, I got chills. Okay, moving on. So the point is, this video today is going to be about my feelings, mine alone, only me. You don't have to have the same opinion. We don't have to argue. We don't have to be rude or mean in the comments. But my opinion on why project panning is stupid. All right, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Okay, so here's the thing. I have two main reasons why I don't like project panning. And again, it's my opinion and my feeling, and you don't have to feel this way, and we can agree to disagree, but there's no reason to be rude, hateful, or disrespectful in the comments. So let's get going. All right, but also, I can't stop doing this, so you're gonna have to deal with it because I'm loving this. Okay, done. All right, reason number one.
It's soul crushing.
Okay, all right. I'm a Taurus, all right? I'm a Taurus. It's my birthday month. I'm a Taurus. Here's the thing. If you tell me, a Taurus, the bull, that I absolutely have to use this up, this little I'm a Beach palette, which I think, I don't know where I got it from, but I think it may have been Shop Miss A. And you said, you have to use this up. I'm going to use it. Okay.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna. I can't. I am a contrarian, so definitely by trying to force myself to use it, I can't. And even if I did force myself to use it, the alternative word here is force. Force. I don't like to feel like I'm forced to use something just because I've decided I'm going to. And I don't want to update people on a project that I'm probably not going to keep up very well. And for those of you who don't know, I should have explained this at the beginning. What is a project pan? A project pan is when you take a product and you decide that you're going to pan it. Essentially, it comes from this. The little pans that you have. In fact, these are little individuals. Oh my gosh, Emily, I have individual shadows and I didn't know it. Anyway, what you decide to do is you're going to finish out this entire thing, and then that's the pan. You pan it, and at the end there's nothing but the little pan. Sorry, I blinded you for a second. I don't like it because I cannot live my life like that. If I want to use something, I want to use it, but I don't want to feel forced to use it because I decided that I have to use it. And it's more of a thing where it's like you got to get it out of your collection, or it's almost done, or whatever reason. But I feel like sometimes there's a reason I stopped using something, and I have discovered that more often than not. There's a specific reason I stopped using a product, and then if I were to try to go project pan it, it's like this miserable experience where I'm like, I hate this moisturizer so much. And then I'm just using it to get rid of it, which seems counterproductive to my entire process. First of all, I'm big on my skincare, and I like to take care of my skin and my face, and that's why I don't look super 40. I just look kind of 40. But I don't like to do things like that because, again, I'm a contrarian, and I just feel like, why would I torture myself making myself use something that I don't necessarily want to use up? Also, there are times when, like, there are things that I'm saving, you know, because it's like really expensive shit, and I don't want to use it all the way up. I just want to take my time with it. Hold on, please. Bo's up to some shit. Yana, I would like to submit this as evidence. Evidence that the dog is up to no good. All right, so where were we? Oh yeah, the striking, crushing feeling of being forced to use makeup I'm not really all that into using. But yeah, the main thing is that I do not want to feel pressured, stressed, or pushed into using something I'm just not in the mood to use. And like I said before, there's things that I have that are fairly expensive, and I just don't want to use it all up immediately. I'm like taking my time, like a really expensive moisturizer or expensive piece of skincare. Anyhow, I don't want to feel like I've used up $70 and like this. And so I take my time and I alternate products. And that's the other thing about project panning. Actually, there's a third reason. I don't feel like by project panning I allow myself to continue alternating through my stash. Because the point to me is that you are using everything. And I don't alternate through it if I've decided that this is the one I'm going to use. Well, what happens? Oh my God, he keeps stealing everything out of my bag. I'll be right back. You know, these children make you want to drink. As I'm sure many of you know, stuck inside with them all day right now. That wasn't a dig. I really do feel for you. But yeah, I feel like the point of me having all the things that I have, and I have a lot of things, is that realistically, if I want to use things, I want to cycle through everything. And I find that I do it more when I look at something and be like, oh, you know what? I haven't used this palette. Let me mess with this for a couple of days. Let me mess with this. The point for me is to rotate through everything. And then if I find something and I rotate it through and I'm like, I hate this, I just declutter it. Why pan it? I don't even like it. And I don't feel like there's product, like most of the time it feels like it's just stuff that they've had for a while. You know, they're like, oh, I've had this for a while, it's time to pan it. I don't understand what that means. Like, why is it time? What determines panning time? And finally, I think my biggest point, and I'm gonna calm down, I'm gonna take a few deep breaths. I'm sorry, I really am. I don't know why I'm so crazy. I mean, I know why I'm crazy. I'm in a really good mood. It's not even the alcohol. I'm not even drunk. I'm not even buzzed. It's the hair. It's the hair. All right, so the third and final reason that I really, absolutely, positively despise project panning is that, hey, are you not gonna buy anything at all, ever, until you're done? I was just curious. That's why. So if I decide I'm gonna pan this, don't mind this little spot here. I make messes. All right, if I decide I'm gonna pan this, what happens to the rest of my makeup? I mean, am I buying other makeup? Yes, I probably am. And if I'm a large creator and I'm getting PR, well, more stuff is coming in. So what is the point of this again? Because it seems absolutely ridiculous and ludicrous to be working so hard to pan other stuff while you're still bringing other shit into your collection. And I'm not gonna judge you. I do not want to be judged for doing the very same thing. I do bring other things into my collection, even though I have perfectly good things. And what this does for me is it leads me into this idea that makeup is a stupid hobby. And it bothers me quite a bit. It actually bothers me quite a bit because it's no different than someone collecting toy trains. And I guess that's not what they call them. I don't know what they call them, but it's like rail cars, something. But they do. You know, people have various things that they do as a hobby, and it only seems like we really focus on makeup being stupid. There's a lot of different videos out there where people will say things to you like, I mean, nobody needs all that makeup. No, nobody needs all that makeup. We want it, Becky. Let us have it. Here's the thing. I'm not all crazy consumer, buy everything you want, but it does bother me quite a bit that we change our views on how much makeup we should have based on whatever's happening at the time. So I can guarantee you right now, you can probably search for several videos of people talking about how they are ashamed of their current collection or how they shouldn't have done this. And it's fine if you genuinely mean it. I get it. I've bought things before that I'm not proud that I purchased. Like, look at all those damn subscription boxes I had. But I am not ashamed of the size of my makeup collection. Granted, it's not as large as others, but to other people who don't do YouTube, I have a shit ton of makeup. To them, they're like, Jesus, what do you have going on in here? I'm like, me? I feel perfectly fine with what I have. I don't feel like I've gone crazy. And usually when I do find that I'm going a little nuts, I usually go back and just take stock, reevaluate, look at if I have any repeating colors, anything that I'm getting too crazy about. And I also go back and check how much old shit I have, which is one of the reasons you're probably gonna see a lot more declutters on my channel, because one of the things I wanna make sure of as I'm doing things is that instead of me trying to like crazily use up one product, I would prefer to go through everything and make sure that there's stuff in there that maybe if it's old, I'm throwing it away. If it's something that I don't use, I declutter it. I need to take more responsibility for my hobby, but at the same time, I don't want anybody to feel guilty for theirs. So for me, it just doesn't make any sense that you're project panning, which is so hard to say. It doesn't make any sense that you're project panning if product is still coming in your home. What is the point? What are you going to do? Like, you're going to sit here and use all of this, which I actually don't like this, and somebody needs to take this away from me because I kind of hate it. Moving on. But this, if I'm going to sit here and decide that I'm going to pan this by the end of the year, anything else that I buy after that, it's going to end up in another project pan. And it's a whole cycle of like, oh, I've had this for a while, I need to take care. No. Instead, for me personally, instead of project panning and doing all that, I'm going to continue what I've always done, which is try to rotate through my makeup. And also, like I just did today, discover things and be like, you know, this has been sitting in my makeup area for a little while and I don't actually like it. It's the Makeup Geek Peach Bellini eyeshadow palette. I'm pretty sure I got it in either an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm. I'm not really a huge fan. I've not really been a large Makeup Geek fan. It's all right. Maybe I'll try it a couple more times and see if I like it. We'll maybe do some videos of me being like, let me use some palettes I don't normally use. But my reality with project pans is I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see the point. There's tons of people out there doing it and more power to them. They're not me, I'm not them. But to me, I look at it as if I do that, then that means, especially as a Taurus, I would become hyper-focused if I did decide to do it. Also, that's the ADD. But I would become hyper-focused if I did decide to do it, and then I would still be buying other stuff, so there's still more product coming in, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's this weird cycle. I don't get it. What do you guys think about project panning? Do you think it's all right? Do you want to try it? Have you tried it and failed? And maybe that's the last point. What if you fail? Doesn't it make you feel bad? And not like, but like, doesn't it make you feel bad? You had a goal to use up a product and be like, okay, I have had this eyeshadow palette for 17 months. It's time to let it go. And when you do start working on it, you realize you don't like it as much and you just keep pushing through it. And I know that there are those who go, if I really truly don't like something, I'll stop the pan. But once you're filming it, it does become a little awkward to be like, never mind. But for me personally, you will not see project panning on my channel because I'm not panning a damn thing. I'm just going to keep doing what I do because my reality is very much this. My money is my money, your money is your money. Everybody has different financial situations, right? I'm not going to get shitty with somebody because theirs is better than me. I love Michelle Wong. I can't afford anything that Michelle Wong buys. It doesn't mean I dislike her channel. In fact, I love her channel even more because I get to live vicariously through her fabulous life. And then I just stay over here down in the poor urchin side. And I'm not mad about that. It's totally cool. So, you know, that's me. That's what I'm talking about today. We'll see what I rage about next.
There's a list.
Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying your Friday. I'm going to try to put everything that's on my face down in the description box. Most of the things are the same, but there's like things eyeshadow-wise that I change, and I don't really know how to do that all the time, so let's not talk shit about it. Okay, thank you. And if you would follow me on my socials, I'm on Instagram, Audra at Home. I'm on Twitter, Audra at Home. I am also on TikTok, Audra at Home, but it's not really me, it's mostly Bo, and occasionally me saying dumb things and being weird and goofy. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Do you know it's Friday? If you don't, you're not alone. The world's changed. It's a little different. If we don't know it's Friday, let's just keep saying it's Friday and TGIF so that we can get a little bit of normalcy with all this weirdness. All right, until next time, I love each and every one of you. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button on your way out, and deuces! Oh, don't fuck with me right now. I'm a whole new bitch. Stop moving around, you little bitches. Get the fuck back in here. Stay attached. But look at it. But look at my curls. Look at my curls. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I don't have a milkshake. I really don't.